So I welcome all of you to a new course, BTL 532, Environmental Biotechnology and Biosafety. Thank you very much for registering yourself to attend this course. This is one of the important major elective course in our Masters of Science in Biotechnology, and we are going to change the degree name Master of Science in Biotechnology and Genetic Engineering. I'm not 100% sure it would be applicable for you or not. But anyway, I hope all of you are safe from the pandemic COVID-19. And this course, like the previous course, we shall uh, add several components of your learning process, including instruction through Zoom lecture and offering you the PowerPoint slides. Uh, Obviously, you shall have assignment as you experienced in your previous course, Bioactive Natural Products. That means to present a paper published in high-ranked international journal. So reading a scientific paper published in high-ranked international journal and presenting to the peer group is really exciting, challenging, and obviously a memorable learning process. This course, as a number of the students are small number, you are total 5 members. So it would be very comfortable for me to interact more with you. In our previous course, Bioactive Natural Products, you are in total 27 students. So masters and PhD level 27 students are obviously a big number. So you shall have higher opportunity to interact with me as well as uh, uh, it is also an opportunity for me to interact with you. So try to make this course uh, enjoyable through more interaction. You have a virtual platform. That means a closed Facebook group already opened by Abdullah Rahat. Uh, Thank you, Rahat, for opening this virtual classroom. And most importantly, I expect every student in this course uh, will participate to share new information related to your course and ask questions as well as reply the questions of others and make that virtual classroom really how to say with fun and lots of way of learning. And obviously I shall keep my eye on your page, and whenever I find something not possible to solve by your interaction, I shall then support you and encourage you and obviously reply your questions. You know that your previously attended course, Bioactive Natural Products, we have not yet been taken the final exam. But so far, you attended 2 midterm exams, uh, quizzes, as well as you performed uh, very nice assignment, that is presentation of scientific papers, new discoveries on bioactive natural products. So uh, I am personally uh, satisfied with your performances, although I have not yet completed my evaluation as final exam is still pending. But I hope you will have uh, good experience on environmental biotechnology and biosafety. Meanwhile, you attended, I guess all of you attended a training program, that is a webinar that we arranged in collaboration with South Asia Biosafety Program, and also uh, uh, we we invited an expert on gene editing, Andrew Roberts from USA. I'm sure you had very nice experiences through that webinar. Uh, so you have some basic understanding about the biosafety. Uh, as a biotechnologist, basic understanding on biosafety as well as environmental biotechnology is very crucial and critical, because any advanced technology you use for solving any problem in agriculture or health science, if you want to release the product in the practical field, you need to follow biosafety guidelines. So if you do not know the biosafety guidelines, and if you do not know the biosecurity as well as the biohazard associated with biotechnological research, it would be something incomplete for you in biotechnology as a biotechnologist. So I hope I shall try to give you an overview today what we are going to learn. And obviously, I'm terribly missing the classroom teaching, because classroom teaching is not just delivering a lecture. It is much more than delivering a lecture, because we can interact with each other, and psychologically, physical presence, help a teacher to deliver a lot of things more than the course content. Uh, and in classroom environment, micro environment, truly efficient in better interaction, and train young minds with new ideas as well as new thoughts and the way of thinking, as well as broaden the uh, uh, problem solving capacity. Anyway, first I would like to show you some slides, and then we shall go for an interaction. Before I start, if you have any question regarding the this new course, um, any type of question, you can share. You are allotted for a few minutes, and then I shall go to deliver the introductory lecture for you. So just unmute yourself and please share your experience. Even you can share your past experiences that you uh, had during attending the course Bioactive Natural Products. If you find something you missed, or I need to add something new for you, or anything else, your impression really you were satisfied, or you received the training as you expected. Anything else, please, everyone, say around 1 minute or 2 minutes, and then we shall go for uh, starting the new journey on environmental biotechnology and biosafety. So one by one, please start.
Sir, I have a question about our final exams.
Yes, please.
Sir, will there be any review classes before our final exam after we go to the university?
Yes, this is important question because final exam, although I was very positive to take final exam in open book process, but in our university we have a high power full committee. I am a member of that committee as our academic council is not running. But our vice chancellor he informed that the university grants commission suggested to stop final exam and do not take final exam through online process. Obviously, before your final exam, I shall try to arrange a review class. What would be the content of, what would be the topics and how much you need to cover uh, your, revision for preparing yourself for the final exam. So I have a plan to arrange that one. But we are really living in an environment of uncertainty. Everything is uncertain at this moment. Your final exam, whether it will be online or it will be in the physically you appear the exam, it is not sure at this moment. But if situation allows me, I shall try to arrange a review class so that you can prepare yourself better for the exam. Thank you, Jahid. Do you have anything more to add?
Sir, in our previous courses, there were a lot of interruption, mostly network interruption. So we couldn't really understand many of the subject of other courses. So this will be very difficult for us to manage the final exam, and I am very tensed about the final exam processing. That's all.
No, thank you very much. Yes, final exam, don't be too tense because at this moment you need to keep your immunity at higher level. Don't be worried about anything about future. So future is future. Uh, be relaxed and try to attend the courses that you have registered for this term. And final exam, whatever it happened the same for all of you. So be
Yes,
relaxed,
sir.
and obviously I will be with you, uh, uh, especially for BTL at 5:30, and to make you uh, well prepared for the final exam. So it would not come suddenly. Obviously, we shall have some decision, and then we shall get some more room for helping you so that you can prepare yourself enough for the
So
exam.
thank you very much, sir.
You are welcome, Jahid. Jahid, is there any problem from your side to uh, get the internet access as well as electricity support?
Sir, our ISP is not that good. Sir, minimum 1 week in a month, the network connection is so poor that I couldn't even connect to the Zoom app. Sir, the internet access is not consistent, sir, here.
Yes, this is really a big problem. But have you applied for support from the government because uh, you know um, uh, at the beginning of online course of different universities. Before starting the online course, I wrote some editorials uh, and tried to convince our government as well as universities students to take the advantage of online course as well as offer enough supports to the free supports to the student like free internet, free device, so that during COVID-19 period we can at least be connected to the student and student can also engage themselves to the learning process. Obviously, it is not, equivalent to the classroom teaching, but it is an alternative. And UGC and university, the education ministry communicated with me and they listened my ideas and forced all the universities to do that. And we are going to introduce even undergrad soon through online. And students will get some support because already education ministry allocated good funds to support you. uh, I hope you will get some support. But the most important point is in many rural areas, internet connections, even if you have money, even though the connections are not stable, in some cases there are problem of electricity, but electricity problem largely been minimized or solved in last uh, several years. So this is a bit good point. But even though still there is a problem. This is why I am keeping and recording all the lectures
Yes,
so that whenever you find a time and get the internet access, you can get the lecture through
yes, sir.
YouTube, and I am also giving you lecture through Facebook group and keeping lots of more options. Even if a student wishes to communicate with me through Facebook Messenger or even phone, I always welcome because it is my duty to keep you, active as well as encourage you to be, active in your learning process and make you more efficient. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you, sir.
Uh, Sumaya Talukdar, do you have any comment or question?
Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Walaikum salam.
Sir, I have no question.
Sumaya, you showed your interest to attend or to engage yourself for uh, uh, writing review articles on bioactive natural products. I'm, so what is advisable to you? Please open a Facebook group uh, for the interested uh, students, and I shall give you a very specific outline of that you can gradually complete and prepare a review manuscript. I shall obviously offer you intensive training how to write a review article or research article, how to write science for international journal. And I am confident that it would help you a lot to get to be good at in this skill. So we can obviously publish your review article in an international journal or international book as a chapter. Uh, uh, so please open a website, a Facebook group, and by the end of this week, maybe within a couple of days, I shall sit together with all of you through a Zoom meeting. Um, Abdullah Rahat, do you have any comment, question?
Sir, Assalamu alaikum, sir. I want to talk about this class routine. So you took our classes in the morning in the earlier course.
We cannot hear you. Please check your microphone.
Hello, sir.
Rahat,
Yes. Hello, sir.
I cannot hear you clearly.
Sir, he asked about the sir, class time.
Oh, class time. Very good question. Class time. Have you received the routine, class routine?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Have you checked the routine?
Yes, sir.
Uh, uh, what do you think? The routine is okay with you? This is good question.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
During
It
this
is originally.
pandemic, um, as I am not regularly going to the university, we can be a little bit flexible. So if you want to stick on the class routine, which is declared by the Dean of Graduate School, it is no problem for me. If all of you agree, then we can follow that routine. And if you have uh, another proposal or choice, we can shift the time depending on the courses you are attending from other instructors, so that it do not overlap other courses. So we can change it. What do you think? Is it okay, the officially declared routine for the BTL 532?
Yes, sir. It is originally scheduled on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday at 10:25 a.m. So I think it's a good time.
Sir, 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 I'm Jahid, sir.
Yeah, Jahid.
Sir, if you allow us a week time, sir, we could sir collaborate all other courses. So there are many students from other departments, so we need to sir fix a time that doesn't affect anyone. So sir, we need a little bit time, sir, to discuss. Uh,
I'm not sure what you are suggesting me. The routine, which has already been announced by the Dean Graduate School, is it fine with all of you?
yes, sir. Sir, your class time is fine, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. If all of you agree,
Yes.
what is the in the routine? What is the time?
Sir, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday at 10:25 a.m.
10,
10:25 a.m.
25 a.m.
10:25. Okay,
Yes,
this is
sir.
very nice time in the
So
morning, just
Tuesday,
after breakfast. Kanis Fatima, are you telling
yes,
something?
sir.
Yes.
Sir, on Tuesday, maybe it 12:15 p.m. Sir, I'm checking. Yeah,
The announced schedule is
Tuesday.
25 minutes past 10 o'clock, right? In the morning, nearly
Yes,
10:30,
yes,
right?
sir. Sir, Sunday and Monday. Yes, sir.
Sunday, Monday, and then Wednesday, is it?
Sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Wednesday. Okay, sir.
Okay. Is it fine with all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then
Yes, sir.
I shall strictly follow that one. Kanis Fatima, what is your experience from our last course? And can you, this is an introductory class. Uh, do you like to share something with all of us? We are now a small group, only 5 people in this, virtual class.
Yes, sir. Sir, actually, my experience was completely new and very exciting uh, uh, because the virtual class we attended all the courses over virtual class. Uh, Although it was a new experience for us, but the course instructors like you are very flexible and helpful. That's why uh, we passed the term very nicely. Uh, but sir, we all have some problem. Had to face some problem. Um, Sir, like network problem. Uh, but sir, uh, after all, my experience was good. But sir, I am still confused about our final exam because sir, if we have to attend the exam, what should I say, exam on live. That means after opening our campus, it would be very hard for us. Uh, that means I mean that we will need more time to be prepared for that type of exam. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Don't worry about your final exam. Already I discussed. Uh, uh, it would not be happen very soon. It may take time to have such a decision, and once we shall have the decision about taking your final exam for rest of 30% marks, I would obviously happy to support you and limit your course content so that you can manage depending on the situation. No worry about your past, uh, you know, uh, how to say, performances in the last course, because it was new not only for you. Taking, delivering a course
Yes,
through
sir.
online, it was also new for me, new for all over the world. So it
Yes,
was
sir.
exciting experience,
Yes.
even though coronavirus, stuck us in our house, confined us in our house, us in the house, even though we are doing some activities. Over last 10 years, I have lots of experiences in attending, webinar, international meeting through online. But frankly speaking, delivering a course of 27 MS and PhD students, it was new for me. I truly enjoyed interacting with you because you were very supportive, even though you had lots of problems. Do you have any suggestion for improving the situation, helping you or supporting you uh, better than the previous course? Do you have any demand or any expectation? You can frankly tell me because you are all adult students.
Yes, sir. I don't have any suggestion at all, but sir, I find your system very flexible and suitable for me. But sir, sir, you said to me to say frankly. That's why I'm telling you. Some systems are not suitable for us over a virtual class. So, but all of your systems I find very interesting and suitable for us. And last of all, I have no advice at all. And thank you so much for being so flexible for us. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Fatima. You also have shown your interest in having the training on writing
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
review articles. Okay, please communicate with Sumaya and Rahat also so that
Yes, sir.
we can arrange a workshop a little bit longer time to train you how to write science. You know, writing science is not so easy job. Uh, uh, it is not only
Yes.
linked to the your skill or how good at you are in English language. Writing is an art, so it needs some training as well as exercise. Uh, and obviously, at your age, if you receive such a training, would be rewarding for you. Anyway, and if no, you have last moment, if you have any question, you can or comment, you can share, and otherwise, I shall uh, move to start the introductory lecture. Okay. Thank you. I am now entering to a PowerPoint slide presentation. Uh, Let me find it. Yes. The title of your course, Environmental Biotechnology and Biosafety, and the course code is BTL 532. And I welcome to all of you again to this introductory lecture. And first, I shall try to tell you what we are going to learn through this course. Let us see the course content. Course content includes microbial and thermodynamic concepts and quantitative tools, stoichiometry and bacterial energetic, microbial kinetics, biofilm kinetics, application design, activated sludge, and aerobic biofilm. These are very important keywords and very concise form of the content, and some of the terms may be not familiar to you. For example, stoichiometry, thermodynamics, or bacterial energetics, microbial kinetics, biofilm kinetics, uh, activated sludge, aerobic biofilm. We shall discuss all these topics very well, because environmental biotechnology nowadays very important for remediation of the environmental uh, pollution, as well as we are now living in an industrial revolutionary uh, world. Everywhere new industries are developing, but all industries, uh, there is a black side, that is, we can see the finest product, but behind that finest product, lots of waste products are generated by every industry. So management of those waste, some of the wastes are very hazardous to human health and environment. So biotechnological way, how can we handle large amount of waste generated through the industrial process is obviously one of the important subjects. And as you know, or microorganisms are important tool for recycling of geochemical uh, processes. Uh, Microbes are important tools for uh, remediation of the environmental hazardous waste, and they are very powerful. Biotechnologically, we can use microbes and understand how uh, microorganisms work on, the remediation of the environmental pollution, as well as industrial waste. We shall obviously discuss on the processes of nitrification, denitrification, phosphorus removal, anaerobic treatment, and detoxification of hazardous chemical, and bioremediation. Some of the terms maybe you are familiar too, like nitrification, denitrification, um, phosphorus removal, anaerobic treatment, treatment in absence of oxygen, or detoxification of hazardous chemical, and bioremediation. Bioremediation means mitigation of the environmental problem by the utilization of living organisms like plant or microorganisms or anything else. So these are the most important topics that we will discuss, and we shall critically, evaluate these knowledge. How can we utilize for the mitigation of environmental problem? Post assessment, obviously, some homeworks. Sometimes I will give you or assignment, class quiz, project work, or some report. Midterm, actually, two midterm exams. Uh, 20%, 20%. Sometimes it may be a little bit higher. So this mark distribution may be a little bit changed, but obviously, final exam, for final exam, we shall allocate 30% marks. Like your bioactive natural product, that experience, that is assignment, quiz, as well as midterm exam. In total, 70% marks we shall allocate for all these tests. Biotechnology and environmental biotechnology. There are two concepts here. Biotechnology, obviously, you from your undergrad experience, you know what is biotechnology. In a brief or precise definition, we can say application of scientific and engineering principles to the process of materials by biological agents to provide goods and services uh, is called biotechnology. So biotechnology has no precise and uh, uh, definition. Uh, there are a bit flexibility in this definition. Uh, this is also one of the acceptable definition. And now let us know what is environmental biotechnology. Application of biological process principles and engineering principles for the treatment of liquid, solid, and gaseous waste is the subject matter of environmental biotechnology. So, environmental biotechnology can be defined as the application of biological process principles and engineering principles for the treatment of liquid, solid, and gaseous waste. You can easily understand that, like biotechnology, environmental biotechnology also an interdisciplinary subject of research as well as the development of technology. Here you have to understand the biological processes and their principles, engineering principles, because to develop a big plant, you need to have knowledge in physics, knowledge in chemistry, as well as mathematics. So engineering principles you have to understand. And our main target is to treat liquid, solid, and gaseous waste in a biorational way so that they do not harm to the human life or life in other organisms in the ecosystem, as well as destroy our environment. So kinds of biotechnology, perhaps you have heard this uh, you know um, class of biotechnology, kinds of biotechnology. Biotechnology, uh, the application of biotechnology, are diverse in our human life. Red biotechnology deals with biotechnology applied to medical processes. Red maybe it is linked to the our blood color is red. So medical biotechnology also synonymous to red biotechnology. Some examples are the designing of organism to produce antibiotics and the engineering of genetic cures to cure diseases through genomic manipulation. So red biotechnology is a definition and scope is like that. White biotechnology, also known as gray biotechnology, as some people also say, industrial biotechnology, is biotechnology applied to industrial processes. An example is the designing of an organism to produce useful chemical. White biotechnology tends to consume less in resources than traditional processes when used to produce industrial goods. So white biotechnology is industrial biotechnology or gray biotechnology. The most important one is green biotechnology. If, as an agriculturist, you can imagine what does it mean. Green biotechnology is biotechnology applied to agricultural processes. An example is the designing of transgenic plants to grow under specific environmental conditions or in the presence or absence of certain agricultural chemicals. Um, One hope is that green biotechnology might produce more environment friendly solutions than traditional industrial agriculture. For example, BT brinjal, which was introduced to our agriculture uh, in 2014 by our government. So BT brinjal, uh, farmers are getting benefit because brinjal shoot and fruit borer cannot harm those genetically manipulated or brinjal plant. As a result, farmer has no need to use insecticide. That means farmers uh, do not need to use insecticide. As a result, their production cost is decreased. On the other hand, it also significantly reduces the burden to the environment because insecticide uh, that we apply to the to control any agricultural pest. 99% of the applied insecticide or hazardous chemicals are absorbed by the environment. Uh, and it creates serious environmental problem, a threat to human health and the health of other organisms. So an example of this is the engineering of a plant to express a pesticide, as I mentioned, BT brinjal, thereby eliminating the need for external application of pesticide. An example of this would be BT corn. In Bangladesh, we have not yet uh, been introduced the BT corn, but in US and many countries, BT corn has been cultivated since for last 20 years. Whether or not green biotechnology products such as these are ultimately more environment friendly is a topic of considerable debate. Because some people, anti-GMO, they are debating and they are trying to uh, warn people that GMO has some hazardous uh, elements or a threat to human health and others. Although there is no scientific evidence yet been established that genetically engineered organisms in agriculture have any deleterious effects on environment or other organisms. Another biotechnology is blue biotechnology. Bangladesh is dreaming for, blue economy. To ensure blue economy, you need blue biotechnology. What is it? It has been used to describe the marine and aquatic application of biotechnology, but its use is relatively rare because, all the technologies uh, in any branch of knowledge mostly concentrated and exhausted in the terrestrial ecosystem. Although, a large proportion of the Earth's surface, nearly 75% of the Earth's surface is covered by water, and especially the oceans occupy a large proportion of the Earth's surface. But human activities, uh, 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 except traveling through the ship and others and catching some fishes, are limited to the marine and aquatic uh, environment. But in the river, and other ponds and lakes, Bangladesh is one of the most champion, maybe now in second position for utilizing the aquatic environment in the land like rivers, lakes, ponds for aquaculture. So in aquaculture, Bangladesh made a big revolution. But a large area in the Bay of Bengal, almost equivalent to our the area of our country, are still unexplored. So blue biotechnology can be utilized to promote the blue economy of the country. Scope of environmental biotechnology, let us discuss a little bit, and then I shall stop today's introductory class. Environmental biotechnology is concerned with the application of biotechnology as an emerging technology in the context of environmental protection. Since rapid industrialization and their developments have resulted in a threatened clean environment and depleted natural resources like biodiversity. So environmental biotechnology is very important to ensure, the safety as well as cleanliness of the environment. We cannot pollute our environment because it would be a threat to human life as well as the lives of other organisms. So environmental biotechnology generates or discover or invent new technology to handle solid, liquid, and gaseous waste that we are generating through our urbanization process, through industrialization. Um, Environmental biotechnology is not a new area of interest actually, because some of the issues of concern are familiar examples of old technologies such as composting. Composting you know very well. Um, Composting is also one of the environmental biotechnology. Wastewater treatment, it has been done um, since ancient time. That means household waste water. For example, if you visit London City in UK, London City, they recycle household wastewater and convert those wastewater into drinking water, because converting marine water, saline water to drinking water is very expensive. It is easier to treat wastewater from the urban uh, environment, that is household wastewater, uh, to the drinking water, clean water. It is in its early stage, environmental biotechnology has evolved from chemical engineering. That means chemical engineering contributed a lot in mitigation of environmental problems associated with waste. But later, other disciplines like biochemistry, environmental engineering, environmental microbiology, molecular biology, ecology, all these disciplines are now integrated and emerged into a new discipline called environmental biotechnology, and also contribute to environmental biotechnological development. So new technologies are generating based on the knowledge, research knowledge in the field of biochemistry, environmental engineering, environmental microbiology, molecular biology, ecology, in addition to the chemical engineering. And now you can develop new plant for treatment of the municipal waste, industrial waste, and handle them in a eco-friendly manner. So advanced techniques or technologies are now possible to treat waste and degrade pollutants assisted by living organisms to develop products and processes that generates less waste and preserve the natural non-renewable resources and energy as a result. So non-renewable resources, you have to understand this terminology, renewable resources as well as non-renewable resources. For example, microorganism is a renewable resources. Once you have an identified microorganisms, useful microorganisms, industrially useful microorganisms, you can make copy as you like, just to offer them the culture media, and you can preserve it. That means it will never replenish. But for example, our natural gas is not a renewable resources. It will deplete. This is why renewable energy by renewable resources are like sunlight. Sunlight is a renewable. Every day you are getting the sunlight. Never replenish the sunlight if you make any technology to harvest the energy from the solar technology from the sunlight. So improved treatments for solid waste and wastewater, bioremediation, cleaning up contamination, and phytoremediation. That means cleaning up the toxic substances in the environment by using plant. Then it is called phytoremediation. We shall discuss later on all these terminologies. Ensuring the health of environment through biomonitoring, cleaner production. This is very important target for all over the world. That is, you can continue any industrial production, but it must be clean manufacturing with less pollution or less raw materials. Energy for biomass. That means you can generate energy from biomass. You know the biomass? Biomass means the uh, materials we obtain from the living organism, dry matter from the living organism. For example, straw of rice is biomass. You can convert straw of rice into different valuable, product. For example, ethanol, bioethanol, or other materials, commercially important materials. Genetic engineering for environmental protection and control. So the scope of environmental biotechnology also includes the genetic engineering. For example, BT brinjal, which reduces the use of application of pesticide in the brinjal production significantly. So it is one kind of cleaner technology to protect the environment. So this is all about today's presentation. I am interested more to ask you some question, and first I would like to offer you some time to ask you a question and try to make this introductory lecture more interactive. And if you fail to ask me question, you cannot stop yourself, because I shall then ask you a question. So better from your side to ask the question. So now it is your turn to ask the question.
Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Walaikum salam, Jahid Chaudhary.
Yes, sir. Sir, I have a question about green biotechnology and environmental biotechnology. Sir, earlier I made a presentation about genetically modified organism in bioremediation of xenobiotics. So there I found out that there are some plants which are used to degrade industrial wastes and many kinds of waste. So if we modify a plant for bioremediation, then will it be included in green biotechnology?
Yes, it is good question. For example, in Bangladesh, we have a serious problem of arsenic contamination in large area of agricultural land. And those arsenics, soluble arsenic species are uptaken by the plants, and even rice, we are taking rice and other, agricultural produce from those contaminated area. Uh, they are containing high concentration of arsenic, and when we consume them, arsenic is a very powerful toxin. Uh, Napoleon was killed by arsenic poisoning. So arsenic poisoning is a serious, poisoning for the human health. Arsenic causes different, symptoms. If you browse in Google, you can find. So there are some plants scientists discovered. They are a hyper accumulator of arsenic, can extract arsenic, uptake arsenic a very large rate and high content of arsenic from the soil. You can uptake by cultivating that those plants. Scientists already discovered. So if you use those plants in the arsenic contaminated agricultural land, and then if they uptake arsenic, uh, the concentration of arsenic in the soil must be reduced. So it is called phyto remediation. But by using microorganisms, we found that soil contains high amount of arsenic, but some of the bacteria, if you use in the rhizosphere, they save the plant from the toxicity of arsenic and also limit arsenic uptake by the plant. So this is another smart technology. Although soil is contaminated with arsenic, but it does not harm your crop as well as the crop produce. Your question is whether genetically engineering way we can apply for uh, addressing this problem. Yes, it is possible because arsenic transporters already been discovered. The gene involved in production of the proteins that carry arsenic. Arsenic is a heavy metal, so uptake of arsenic and transport through the xylem vessel to the upper part of the plant uh, requires some transporters. So if you can do genetic engineering, over expression of the arsenic, uh, you can extract the arsenic from the soil, or if you can somehow, inactivate or silence the gene involved in arsenic transporter, you can see arsenic will not be uptaken by the plant. As a result, plant would not be toxified, or toxicity of arsenic would not harm the plant. So there are lots of options, but a simple option is phyto remediation, extraction of arsenic, hyperaccumulating plant uh, to clean the land. But if hyperaccumulating plants, they are not growing very fast in the arsenic contaminated area, for example, not suitable for our environment, you can engineer a plant which grow very fast in our area with that set of genes, and make them genetically engineered hyperaccumulator for cleaning the arsenic. Not only arsenic, cadmium, nickel, mercury, a large area of the earth's surface are contaminated by those heavy metals. So heavy metal lead they are really a big problem. And many countries are petroleum rich country because we are living on fossil fuel based civilization. So petroleum, some of the microorganisms scientists discovered, they love to eat or get the energy from the uh, uh, oil, petroleum waste. So you can use those microorganisms for remediation of oil contaminated uh, area, polluted area, even river or lake, which is very, very important technology nowadays. Thank you, Jahid. Any more question? Rahat? Rahat, do you have any question?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now I
Uh,
can hear you
can
very.
you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can hear you very clearly.
Yes, sir. I have a question regarding the BT brinjal, sir. We know the BT brinjal is resistant against brinjal shoot and fruit borer pest, but in practice it is not getting the popularity like the other traditional varieties. So, what can we do to make this GMOs more popular in our country?
It is a good question, very good question. And I am impressed by your question because you have, field information. Actually, when BT technology was planned to introduce into a food crop, uh, brinjal was chosen, actually not by Bangladesh. Mahiku company actually in India, they developed BT brinjal because brinjal is a popular vegetable and brinjal fruit and shoot borer is a dangerous pest. And they introduced their technology after rigorous biosafety assessment in India. But Indian, environmental activists, they became furious and they started the movement. As a result, the government retracted the technology from the field. And Bangladesh got the ready-made, BT brinjal technology from the Cornell University and Mahiku company. And at that time, our scientists at Bari, they were so hurry in choosing the right variety. Brinjal has been cultivated all over the country, and there are huge diversity in the brinjal varieties, lots of local varieties also. So the Bari chosen, four varieties. Those have other problem, for example wilting problem in many areas. This is why, although they are highly tolerant to brinjal shoot and fruit borer, but some of them are uh, uh, have the problem of wilting. So farmers always love the technology which is profitable. Either it is BT or non-BT, does not matter. I heard some of the BT varieties are popular and some are not popular. So what is planned for the next time? Next time, Bari decided to introduce BT technology in 6 most popular varieties, which have been cultivated all over the country. So they are now on the pipeline. This would be the solution. In introducing any biotechnology, only if technology is sound is not enough. It should be commercially viable. It should be socially acceptable. And it should have, huge economic impact. Otherwise, technology, in theory, if it is sound, 100% sound, it would not impact, significantly. Very good question, Rahat. Do you have any more question?
No, sir. Thank you.
Sumaya Talukdar, do you have any question?
Yes, sir, I have a question, but I am not sure about the fact that this question, my question is relevant to this course. But my question is it is possible to clean each and every waste using biotechnology? I mean, without producing any other wasteful byproducts?
This is a very good question. The ultimate goal of using environmental biotechnology for waste management is to get the zero waste. But practically, available technologies, environmental biotechnologies, they are not as efficient as we are, you know, expecting. The main reason is our knowledge on this subject, especially the biology of the organisms that we are using, limited. So genomic technology, post-genomic technology, and other technologies are, giving us more insight. For example, if you go Japan, Japan is champion in using environmental biotechnology. In Japan, they call their country nearly zero waste. Everything they are recycling. Their citizens are unusually conscious. When I have been in Japan for 7 years, 3 months, so I have lots of experiences to see how they are handling. They can recycle everything, even a waste car, for example, a very old car, 100% of the materials used in the car they can recycle and use for making a new Toyota car or other Nissan car or like that. So ultimate target is like that, but most of the environmental technologies uh, that have been using worldwide, they are making huge impact in minimization of environmental pollution, but still not at the level of zero waste or 100% recycling. And we need huge research to better understand all the biological processes involved in the current existing technologies. Uh, Thank you so much for nice question. And any more question?
No, sir. Thank you, sir.
Fatima? Fatima, do you have any question?
Sir, I have a question. Sir, we know that Bangladesh is a riverine country and we have a large portion of Bay of Bengal, but yet why we are not so enriched in blue biotechnology? What is the reason behind, sir?
Thank you so much. Blue biotechnology, we are not rich. Obviously, it is true. And very few countries in this world, they have big ocean. Most of the countries have ocean, but the application of blue biotechnology is still limited. Some of the country, they are very rich. For example, Japan and some European countries. Uh, the real problem is, we have not enough research on the, biological processes as well as the resources, bioresources in the Bay of Bengal. It is not easy to do such a research. We have not such a big vessel or a mechanism to collect the sample from the deep sea. Lots of limitations there compared to the terrestrial, or riverine or biotechnology in the pond or lake or like that. So this is an unexplored area. Uh, Naturally, when you do the research, you always try to find the easiest one, where less challenge. In the deep sea, for example, Bay of Bengal, if you have experience in visiting the beach, the largest beach in the world, the Cox Bazar, you can see how big waves are coming. So entering into the sea and explore the bioresources and get the knowledge, do the sequencing, molecular analysis, and find their important traits, and do apply as do some experiment there is not so easy. Uh, but Bangladesh has a modest beginning. Bangladesh Rice Research Institute, Agricultural Research Institute, they have a project of cultivating seaweed in the Bay of Bengal. Seaweed, very powerful industry in China, Korea, and Japan, many other countries. But in our country, we have never thought before. And even if you visit Okinawa Island in Japan. Japan, surrounded by the sea, Japan Sea, uh, and there is no land neighbor for Japan. And this is why they have, hilly land and not rich in natural resources. This is why they are forced to explore the bioresources in the sea. So in Japan, they are cultivating fishes like tuna fish, a very, very famous, most expensive fish, tuna fish, they are cultivating in the Okinawa Sea. And they have the monitoring system of every species of sea around in the Japan Sea. Uh, uh, and they are cultivating fish, not we are cultivating in the pond or lake, like that. They are cultivating fish in the ocean. And they have such a technology to harvest them, monitor them, and follow them, even feeding them, and create an environment for higher productivity. But we have still limitation in technical know-how, but Bangladesh has a dream to explore the Bay of Bengal and to promote our blue economy. As a biotechnologist, you have the responsibility. Thank you. Any more question from anyone? Thank you very much. If any question? Okay. If you have no question, I am thanking you again, and I wish you safe and healthy stay during the COVID-19, and I expect you actively participate in this course and make this journey of learning environmental biotechnology and biosafety enjoyable, and you shall have lots of fun in learning. If learning is not enjoyable, if it is boring, you cannot learn something new. And from my side, I shall try my level best to, deliver the content uh, uh, in an interesting way. And obviously, you are now exposed to the information super highway. So you can browse anything in the Google Scholar, and you have already experienced how to explore new knowledge, new science published in professional journals. So you also try to browse the keywords that you are learning from this course, and try to get the global mass of knowledge available there. Even you can share with us and even enrich me, because this subject is interdisciplinary and expanding very fast. to keep up to date on each and every new discoveries is really challenging. Let us try to make our journey enjoyable, and obviously uh, uh, your role is here very important. Thank you so much, and you can find this lecture in your Facebook group page, and I shall try to upload this lecture in the YouTube and share with you. Thank you very much. A good night.